Hello class 7 students. Today we are going to discuss of the remaining part of the chapters further, which can be possible to complete it in this short video. In the last class we discussed about the weather and climate and also the differences between the weather and climate. We discussed about the convection and advection, the types of transfer of heat from one place to another. Convection is vertical movement and advection is the horizontal movement. Today we are going to discuss about how the Earth's atmosphere is heated. How the atmosphere of the Earth is being heated. We know that the only source of the Earth's atmosphere, only source of the heat of the atmosphere is the sun. And the sun directly does not heat the atmosphere of the earth when it falls. You see, the atmosphere contains certain mixture of gases, and here these gases include carbon dioxide. This carbon dioxide contains carbon and oxygen, and this carbon dioxide always plays a significant role in rising the temperature of the atmosphere. Here we have to understand that more of accumulation of the carbon dioxide is harmful and less also it is harmful. So we need a required amount of carbon dioxide, and in this regard it is only, according to the percentage, it is 0.35% of the total Earth's atmosphere. We know that the atmosphere contains about the majority part of nitrogen gas and oxygen. The oxygen contains about 29% of the Earth's atmosphere and about 78% of nitrogen. The remaining gas include hydrogen, helium, carbon dioxide, argon, krypton, xenon, and among these all gases, carbon dioxide plays a very important role. Carbon dioxide gas has a property to absorb the latent heat of the Earth's surface, radiated by the Earth's surface. So what is latent heat? Let's discuss about the latent heat. In latent heat, you see the sun radiation fall over the Earth's surface and it is coming down, and the Earth's surface is heated up. As it heated up, the Earth radiate heat over the, and this radiated heat is going directly to the atmosphere. In the atmosphere there are molecules of carbon dioxide, and these molecules of carbon dioxide absorb this latent heat, increasing the temperature of the atmosphere. Here, as the temperature is increasing, we know that when the carbon dioxide particles increase, the capacity of absorbing the heat, latent heat of the Earth radiated heat of the sun radiated by the Earth increase, and when it is less, it is decreased, the temperature decrease. It is in this because of this, the amount of carbon dioxide when it increased due to different causes like use of fossil fuels, use of harmful chemicals, and running of vehicles and industries, the heat will be absorbed more and more in the atmosphere, and in this regard, as a consequence, global warming, through global warming we can see it. So in this way, the Earth's atmosphere is heated. Now, in regards to the heat of the Earth, we know that the surface of the Earth as a whole does not get the heat of the sun. That means the sun cannot heat the Earth's surface equally in over the Earth's surface. Why is it? It is because of the curvature of the Earth's surface. We see that when the sun rays fall over the Earth's surface, the rays falls perpendicularly. As it rays perpendicularly, this rays falls vertically, completely vertically, almost vertically over the equator. This equator receives the highest amount of solar energy from the sun, coming from the sun. But here, as it comes parallelly to the as it go to the North Pole and the South Pole, the sun rays falls slantingly. As the sun rays fall slantingly, we know that if we take the surface as a whole, as a plane surface, sun rays, when the sun is here, the sun rays fall vertically. Here the heat coming from the sun, radiated from the sun, is maximum. But when the sun is here and the rays are falling slantingly here, these angular differences will decrease the heat absorbed by the earth. In this way, due to the curvature of the earth's surface, we know that the amount of heat absorbed in this area, we receive lesser amount of heat from the sun and higher amount of heat here in the equator. It is because of this equator has the higher atmospheric temperature in regards to the polar and temperate area. Now let's discuss. So if you take a globe as a model of the earth, this is the equator, and for better study in geography, we divide the earth's surface in by through some imaginary lines. These imaginary lines are regarded as latitudes and longitudes. Latitudes are the parallel lines and longitudes are the imaginary line which are running longitudinally from the North Pole to the South Pole. So this like structure are called longitude, and the parallel lines which is passing through the east to west, it is called as latitude. So here we will confine our studies in latitude because we are studying about the weather and climate. So defining the weather and climate, deciding the weather and climate, the latitudes plays a very important role over the earth's surface. These latitudes, what are latitudes? Latitudes are the imaginary line. It is not possible to draw a line around the earth, as the circumference of the earth is about 40,000 kilometers along the equator. So it is impossible. So we used to imagine this latitude, and through our various technologies and satellite, geostationary satellite, we used to imagine these latitudes, and it has been marked virtually through computers. And whenever we are pointing certain places, we point through latitudes and longitude, and the crossing point of that we get our position. In this way, we are studying this latitude, and these latitudes plays a significant role. And here, as higher the latitudes, we used to receive lesser the amount of sun radiation. What is the meaning of higher? The lowest latitude is the 0 degree latitude, that is we call the equator. As we go higher, like 10 degree or 20 degree or 30 degree, in this way till 90 degree we get the North Pole. Same thing downwards in the southern hemisphere till 90 degree we get the South Pole. As we go higher, temperature decrease, and in the equator we receive the highest amount of insulated heat. So this is latitudinal differences, and this latitude plays a very important role. Another thing is that we are going to discuss about the cause of the difference of the temperature of the earth's surface is altitude. So latitude is the angular differences that has been calculated through the center of the earth. This calculation you will understand in class 8, because the calculation is quite hard to understand in your standard, and it will take a different chapters and a separate chapter which is not included in chapter 7 in class 7. So it will be discussed in class 8. So always remember, latitude is an imaginary line, angular differences that has taken from the center of the earth, and it defines the position of the earth in the angular differences. Whenever the insulated heat coming from the sun through the latitudes, we can determine whether the place is receiving the higher amount of insolation or not. Insolation means that the heat of the sun. Here altitude means the height from the earth's surface. Height of the earth's surface. So it is not directly connected to the latitude, and it is not necessary we can connect to the latitude. Altitude is just the height of the latitude. When an aeroplane is flying over the earth's surface, it is above the earth in the atmosphere, and it is flying at a severe height, which may be about more than 15,000 feet above the earth's surface. This is called altitude of the aeroplane flying over in the atmosphere at a height of 15,000 feet. So in this, here altitude plays a significant role in deciding the temperature of the atmosphere. We are not telling about the temperature of the earth's surface, we are telling about the temperature of the atmosphere. Why is it? Because it is the temperature of the atmosphere which determine the climate and weather of the place. So here, how altitude affect the temperature? There, in the lower stratum of the atmosphere, that is we call as troposphere. It is a lower stratum of the atmosphere, so all the weather phenomena can be seen here. Rain, precipitation, everything can be seen here. And here, this troposphere, in this troposphere, temperature decreases at the increase of height. When the height increase, at the increase of height. So it is a natural phenomena. Temperature decreases at the increase of the height. At what rate? It is about 6.5 degrees Celsius in every 1000 meter of height. This rate of the decrease of this rate of temperature decreases at the increase of height is called lapse rate. So when the temperature decreases at the increase of height at a rate of 1 kilometer or 1000 meter of height, it is called as lapse rate. So in this way, the altitudinal differences of a place determine the temperature of a place. Here it is because of these altitudinal differences. In the hilly area we find low temperature climate over the earth's surface, and in the plain area we find high temperature climate. Now let's try to connect altitude with the latitude. Suppose this is a latitude and this latitude is about 80 degree, it is about 37 or something degree latitude. Here in this same latitude we find a city named Agra, and here in the same latitude we find a town named Darjeeling. We know that Agra has hot temperature, hot climate, and Darjeeling has cold climate. We don't want to go to Darjeeling in the winter season because it is very cold, but Agra is conveniently cool during the winter season. Having situated in the same latitude, Agra is hot and Darjeeling is cold. Why is it? It is because Agra is situated in the plain area, in the lower height, but Darjeeling is situated at the height of the hills. So as it is situated in the height of the hill, we know that the temperature differences is far more decreasing and increasing. It is in decreasing and increasing order. If you see, in Agra temperature is hot and in Darjeeling temperature is cold. Why? because Darjeeling is situated in the hilly area. As we go in a higher altitude, temperatures start to decrease at the rate of 6.5 degrees Celsius in every 1000 meter. So this is called left side. So this is the connection between latitude and altitude, but otherwise there is no similarities between latitudes and altitudes. Latitudes is the angular differences from the equator that has been calculated, and altitude is the height of a place, and this height can be determined through whether the place is situated in the hilly area or anything. So in the same thing, having in the same latitude, Agra is situated, though it is in the plain area, it is hot, and in the Darjeeling is in the same latitude, so it is warm, it is cold there. In this regard, if you go to some higher or latitudinal area over the earth's surface, suppose as for example, if you can understand the climate of New York City or Vancouver or Los Angeles, these places in the winter season it is quite cold than in the place like India. But also if you see, these places are situated in the plain area in America, so it is cold area. But still in India, if you see Madras, Mumbai, these places are situated in the plain area, it is hot and humid. Why is it? Because it is situated, they are situated, Madras, Mumbai are situated in the lower latitude of the earth. But Vancouver, Los Angeles, though they are situated in the plain area, they are situated in the higher latitude, as higher latitude receive less amount of sun's radiated heat. So in this regard, we can come into conclusion that altitude and latitude plays a very important role in the in determining the weather and climate of the earth. In the next discussion, we will discuss about the temperature that is regulated by in the sea area. If we are in Mumbai city, we experience a convenient temperature whether we are situated in the, we are living or we are staying in the hot summer day. But in contrast to it, if we are coming to the inner part of the country, we experience hot climate, hot temperature. Why is it? There are various theories, there are various facts that the sea regulates the temperature of the atmosphere, of the earth's atmosphere in the coastal area. So this thing we will discuss in the later discussion of the video. For today I remain. Thank you. I hope so you will share this video to the other students.